I mean, this is probably going to be a gruesome story, all in all. But
God.
No,
Do we need to put an explicit warning out there? Like, how did you find out you were pregnant with me?
I actually went up to Tesco's.
Do you remember what was the first concert you ever took me to?
It was either Steps or Spice Girls.
Yes. And there was no signs that I was a flaming...
Today's Garner Couch Club podcast is sponsored by Currencies Direct.
Helping you buy your dream home in Spain.
Because when you're moving money from abroad, exchange rates really do matter.
And with Currencies Direct, you get great rates, expert guidance, and no transfer fees.
They've actually got over 20 branches across Spain and friendly teams ready to help every step of the way.
And it's very, very easy to register. All you need to do is head over to SpanishPropertyChoice.com, and on our front page there is a link that takes you directly to the Currencies Direct website, and you can register for free and follow the steps very, very easily. So thank you very much to Currencies Direct for sponsoring this very important episode of the podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Garners Couch Club podcast.
I'm Sharon and this is Shaun of Channel 4 Sunsea and Selling Houses and Spanish Property Choice, located in the beautiful province of Costa Almeria and the Costa del Sol.
Whee! I never know what to say straight after that. Well, welcome back, guys. And today is an extremely, extremely important day because it's my birthday. I'm 21.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I'm a size 8 and 34.
Oh, Mom, the big 35.
Well, I keep saying you're nearly 40.
Okay, I'm halfway there. I'm at the halfway tipping point. But yeah, your youngest child's 35.
I know.
How do you feel?
I know. Old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you something. Actually, you know, I always think about this. I reckon birthdays should just be like all to do with mothers.
And fathers, if they're about.
Yeah.
Or
Well, no,
mothers and mothers and fathers and fathers and all that.
Fathers play a little bit in it, but I think... No, I think it should be a day of celebration of whoever sort of gave birth or gave life to a child.
That's what Mother's Day is all about. You do get your own day.
Mother's Day is
to celebrate.
It's the children sort of honouring and showing love and affection for the moms.
Oh, so that's not enough. You now also want to take over our birthdays to celebrate how long we've been on this planet.
But I think that's only fair because at the end of the day, we went through the pain and the agony and all, you know, and all the sleepless nights and
whatever.
The nappy changing.
You coughed and I fell out and I was the most perfect child ever. And...
Yeah, actually, when you were born, I must be honest, and I mean, this is probably going to be a gruesome story, all in all. But
God, do we need to put an explicit warning out there?
No, when I got pregnant with Emma, now it took me quite a while to get pregnant with Emma. I went through, what did they call it back in the day? Fertility classes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was called a trying time.
Lovely.
And I did actually, it took me a long time to get Emma. And I remember it so vividly because, I remember the build up to it because I was working at St Matthew's. I was training to be a psychiatric nurse at the time. And every single month I used to go down to the path lab and I'd take a urine sample. And every time, obviously, you know, the guys there got used to me and they sort of saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Sharon, you know, it's not happened this time." And then I remember going down this one time and funny enough, I didn't feel any different. It was just like I just felt normal. which I don't know, I'm not normal, but you know what I mean. And I remember walking into the path lab, and there must have been 20 people there, and they were like all clapping and shouting, and there was bouquets of flowers, and I walked in and I was in shock, and yeah, they told me that I was pregnant with Emma. And I mean, you can imagine I was, just sort of over the moon. But I did actually finish my nursing at the time. I worked all the way up until I was 8.5 months pregnant, believe it or not. But I loved every minute of it. And then obviously when I was giving birth to Emma, well, that sort of, it was like an alien. It was like
all that wanting a baby to come to this.
It was literally just get it out of me. I mean, I was screaming. It was awful, really. And I remember really vividly they gave me a rocking chair. But the thing is, I was on gas and air. So they gave me this rocking chair, and I was rocking with this gas and air pipe in. But the thing is, I was actually going across the room. So then all of a sudden, the gas pipe had come out, and it was like, "Whoa, get me back to the gas pipe." And it was a rough 39 hours in labour with Emma, and yeah, I mean, I was screaming at the end, just saying, "Whatever you do, just get it out, just get it out." So then, when I got pregnant with you.
How did you find out you were pregnant with me?
How did I find out I was pregnant with you?
So this is what happens with second children. You don't even remember.
Well, I wasn't taking my samples to the path lab because, to be honest with you, I think it was because, I mean, I always said I wanted 2 children. I wanted a boy and a girl. And if I got a boy and a girl, I'd be happy. That'd be it. I never wanted a big family, even though I came from a big family. But I decided after Emma, I just let it happen because, I think all the stress and the heartache and the trying and because I did have a couple of miscarriages when I was younger. And it was hard going. It wasn't nice. So I just thought, well, if it's going to happen again, it's going to happen again. And if I remember right, I'd started feeling a little bit sick, and I thought I'd got like a tummy bug. Anyway, I don't know what it was. I just felt not right, and I remember going to the doctors and asking. No, I'm telling a lie. I didn't. No, I didn't. I actually went up to Tesco's. And I got one of these pregnancy tests and did a pregnancy test, and it came back positive. So then I went into panic mode, went back up to Tesco's and bought another one. And that was it. Yeah, and I found out I was pregnant with you. But it was a harder pregnancy with you. I was sick a lot more. And you just never sat still. You were never still. No.
Sounds about right.
Yes, about right.
Nothing,
your
not
foot
much has
was
changed.
Always sticking out. Well, I hope it was your foot, but it was constantly sticking out my belly. And then I remember going into Stafford Hospital to give birth, and I remember the nurse walking through the door, and all she said was, "Would you like?" And I went, "I want epidural. I want everything you've got. I want gas and air. I want everything." And she says, "Oh, would you like an epidural?" I said, "You better give me an epidural. Just give me everything that's available, please." And to be fair, I just lay there it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it because I wasn't in that agony, and I got to enjoy the experience. And it was only really the last half an hour that was painful,
Lovely.
And then it was
35 years after. Oh, lovely. Well, thanks for that, Mother. Now I've got such a wonderful image in my head. But yeah, I'm glad I was the easy child.
Would you like to know about the placenta with that?
No. Anyway, so this episode, if you watched a couple of episodes of the podcast back, we did a How Well Do You Know Your Mother quiz. So I thought today, what more fitting than on my birthday to actually do a walk down memory lane quiz, basically. Right, okay. So I've got a couple of questions.
Oh, here we go.
That it's not putting you on the spot.
Do you want the honest answers, or do you want...
No, I want honest answers, but it's not hard. Hang on, just put put my password in.
Well, if we're talking about your birthday and about your birth, can I let Sammy insert my favourite picture?
You can request whatever you want, whatever.
Really? Can you remember?
You might request it, but
can you remember what picture it is?
No. No. Sammy, this is to our editor. If my mother contacts you slyly to put one of my birth photos in, please say no.
Let me put it this way. My little boy was well endowed.
I was. I still am, mother. Thank you very much.
You won't let me show that picture to anybody at all, will you? And I'm so proud of it.
Well, now I'm really stressing because my new partner is going to be coming to this house next week for a family get-together for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's normally your trick is, have you seen Shaun? And look at this, when he was 2 days old or wherever I was.
Why has he got an apple between his legs?
Oh, God, everyone's going to think it looks like an apple now. Just use your imagination, people. Use your imagination.
The big red peach.
Anyway, so I thought we'd just go back down memory lane and I'd ask you some key milestone questions about my life and just see what your answer is, because I've got a couple of answers of my own and it'd be interesting to see if we think of the same thing. So we're going to start off with a really easy, I don't know the answer to this, but what was my first word?
Your first word was, hang on a second. You used to come up to us, and I've actually got it on video, and you used to go, "What's that?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You've always said, I forgot about that actually. You have always said, I used to just go, "What's that?" Could have been something cool, like the normal mommy.
No, it was, "What's that?"
Well, there you go. Yeah. Question 2. What was my first pet's name? Now, I have an answer to this, but I don't know if when I was younger I had any other pets. But what was my first pet's name?
Well, the first pet that you had that you particularly wanted was Max.
Yeah, I suppose the first pet that I went on and on about getting.
Well, what you used to do, I mean, what he was very clever at doing, Shaun wanted a dog, and it had to be a specific dog, didn't it? And I don't know where you got that book from, but he got a little book.
I remember the book, but I don't know where I got it from.
I never bought it, so it was probably borrowed from the library and you never took it back. But anyway, he used to put this book around the house, and it was in the strangest of places. It could be on top of the kettle.
It was dog breeds.
And it was always open at the same page, which was like a Labrador collie type thing, wasn't it? And he kept saying, "Oh, please, Mum, please, Mum." And I mean, funny enough, at the time we'd only had a few pets prior to that, and we weren't too keen on having a dog at that time.
I'll never forget that day when I came home and you had him on the cushion in the living room. I was like, I just remember bursting into tears.
Well, it was weird how we actually got him, because me and Jenny, my sister, went to a local kennels, a local rescue place. I think it was in Burntwood somewhere. And we walked around the corner and they'd got 7 puppies in a cage, and they were all beautiful. They were all beautiful, but there was only one male, and I said if I was going to have a dog, it had to be a male. So there were 6 girls and there was a male. Anyway, Max was sitting right up the corner, just snuggled up the corner, never moved. All the others were going like ballistic and everything. And I just kept looking at Max and thinking, oh, he's beautiful. Anyway, I had a cuddle and whatever. And then I said to Jenny, I can't take him home without Steve knowing, because they said he's going to be a big dog, and you know. So I said, what I'll do, I'll wait for Steve to come home from work, and then we'll come up together with Jenny again. Anyway, we did do that. We went back up on the afternoon before you came from school, and I walked round, and the kennel was empty. There was no puppies or anything. They literally had all gone that day. And then I went to the next. We just literally walked past. I was gutted. I almost burst into tears. I remember it now, and I kept saying to Jenny, "I've done the wrong thing. I should have had it. I should have had it." Anyway, we were walking past the next kennel, and then I saw Max sitting up the corner, and he was the only one that was left out of the litter because he was a boy.
The male.
And that was it. Then there was no hesitation. He was the most fabulous dog, and we'll get Sammy to insert a picture of him because we brought him here to Spain with us, didn't we?
Yes, flew him over.
Yeah, and he lived until he was 15 and a half. Mm-hmm. Had a fantastic life here. Yeah. And then we got Shane from here, from the Paws in Mahaka. Yeah. And he lived until he was 13 and a half, so yeah. But I did have a few animals before that.
Well, this is it. You give that real heartwarming story about getting Max. But I remember that I was a little boy with a dream, and that dream was to have a dog.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how it happened or where it came from, but we ended up with a sausage dog.
Oh, Paddy.
Paddy,
named after your great-granddad.
Well, I'm sure that was the first pet. Now, Paddy...
You remember Paddy?
I remember Paddy. Yeah. Paddy that wouldn't walk anywhere.
Well, no, she would. Well, he would. He walked around the edges of the room. He wouldn't walk in the middle of the room.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't walk across the room. He would only walk around the edge of a room. And then he was the one that kept biting your dad.
Well, I just know Paddy went missing. I remember waking up one morning, we hadn't had him long, and I was told Paddy went to doggy heaven.
Well, he didn't. He actually went to a farm in Somerset, I think. He went to a young couple. No, Paddy was not normal.
No, I don't remember. See, I have very blurry visions of my childhood for some reason. There's certain things that don't quite match up in my head. But were we fostering him?
No, I did get him, and he was a rescue because I've said I've never bought an animal. He was a rescue, and when we got him, he wouldn't walk, as I say, he wouldn't walk anywhere apart from around the edge of the room, which I thought was really, really strange. He'd never come out into the open. And he used to come up on my lap and he used to sit on my shoulder. But if ever your dad came near me, he was really vicious. He was a vicious sausage. That's what we used to call him. A few of them in
our time. But...
Yes, yeah. I mean, your dad called him something else, but I called him a vicious sausage. He didn't like men, and yet he was good with children.
I mean, I must have been young because I can't remember. I just remember you had to carry him everywhere.
Yeah.
You couldn't walk him out like you'd walk a dog. It was had to carry him in your arms or in a bag, like in a doggy bag. Or...
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I did love him to bits, but I did realise that there was no way that I couldn't risk, because the way he was being with your dad. If ever he just turned on any of you, you or Emma. And I was looking after Lauren at the same time, if you remember.
Babysitting.
I just thought to myself, it's not right. So in the end, this young couple, we did like a house check on them, and they got a lovely big farm. I think it was in Somerset somewhere. Yeah. And and he'd have had a whale of a time, Yeah, no children.
Well, that's my memory of the first pet, but yeah,
Paddy, and he was named after your great granddad. Yeah, Patrick. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'd let you know that.
Do you remember what was the first concert you ever took me to?
Concert? It was either Steps or Spice Girls.
Yes. And there was no signs that I was a flaming...
Was it the Spice Girls? Because I used to really like them. It must have been the Spice Girls.
Spice Girls and then Steps.
Steps,
So
yeah.
Spice Girls first.
Yeah, well, you were up dancing.
I absolutely loved it. No, that's what I'm saying. Were there no signs, Mother? Like your 6-year-old son being like, I love the Spice Girls.
Stop right now. Thank you very much.
I used to know every dance, every lyric. And then it's really depressing.
A tragedy. That was the other one
That's
you used
Steps.
to do. Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
You used
Steps,
to
I was
go
a
around the room,
huge fan.
tragedy.
Yeah.
When the feeling's gone, you can't go on. It's tragedy. I remember it. But
I
you
used
used
love
to do
it.
the dancing.
I used
That was
to
the thing.
absolutely love it. And that's the concert we took one of my cousins to, and she fell asleep smack bang in the middle of the concert.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
were right
are
by
you
the
insane?
stage.
Right by the speakers. And it was loud.
Yeah.
But I remember, no, I don't remember what I was going to say, was what's really scary is I just watched a podcast, funny enough, with Victoria Beckham. She's 51. They're all in their 50s now, Mother.
Well, that's weird because, I mean, I'm 62 and I really like them.
They're there. I just remember, you think of Spice Girls and it's like, this group of young girls and and they're all in their 50s now.
Frightening. Yeah, because they've all got grown-up children of their own and that now, but they were good days, they were, because music in them days, you could actually have a proper dance to, and I can't get modern music, I mean, all this, what is it? I was going to say, no, I can't say it. I've got to be really good.
Be very careful. I don't know what you're going to say.
Serious. But... I mean, even listening with Alicia and Lucas, I mean, I don't understand a lot of the Spanish songs, and they say to me, Nan, you don't know what these words are. And I said, well, if they're not good words, you shouldn't be listening to it. But
yeah, but that's the same. I mean, I used to listen to like the old Salt and Pepper song.
It's Salt and Pepper.
Flight. Hang on. You got Salt and Pepper. Then you had the... Mum, we used to listen to I'm honey, honey, honey.
I'm honey. I'm honey, honey, honey.
Horny.
Horny?
Do you remember that song?
I thought it meant honey.
No. And then I'm trying... What's the salt? What's the Salt and Pepper? No, the Salt and Pepper one was the... what was it?
Oh, don't ask me. I mean those ones.
But basically my point is we used to listen to songs where you listen to it back now as an adult and you think, oh my God, is that what they were saying?
Yeah.
But the kids still have the same today. But
yeah.
And especially with TikTok and everything nowadays, some of the things they listen to. Yeah. But
well, I mean, you remember that your dad's cousin is Dave out of Slade. Do you remember Slade?
I don't remember because it wasn't my generation, but...
It's Christmas. You know that one? Yeah. Well, Dave out of Slade is your dad's cousin. Well, and we used to go into Cannock because they used to play at the Forum in Cannock. And we used to go and literally listen to them practising and things like that. But, you could understand what they were singing back in those days.
Yeah.
And there was no swear words.
Because it's a Christmas song, Mother. Happy effing Christmas. Like... Oh, dear. Okay, next question.
Spice Girls or
Spice Girls or Steps?
Yeah, or Steps, definitely.
This next question, I don't even know if you know about this, but what was my most embarrassing school moment that you know of? Did I have any as far as you're concerned?
I'm sure you did, but you didn't. I mean, you never would talk about school because you had a bit of a rough time at school. So there's probably lots of things that you... Oh, I know one thing that really used to embarrass you.
Wow.
My little yellow Metro.
Honestly.
I had a banana yellow Metro and I loved that car. And I used to threaten you. Dad had... He had a Jag, didn't he?
He had a gold, champagne-coloured
It was
Jaguar,
lovely, yeah.
and used to drop me off in a yellow Metro.
Yeah, but then, I mean, that was only when you were naughty. When you played up, I used to say to you, right, I'm dropping you off in the in my car today. But the funny thing was, every time you got out the car, I used to wind the windows down. I used to go, Shaun, and you used to look back and I'd go, love you.
Yeah. I'd be like, who? Who's...
I'd wait till you met up with all your mates. Shaun, love you.
Well, that's the most embarrassing school moment that you created.
Yeah,
but
okay. So what actually was your most embarrassing?
The most embarrassing thing I ever remember, and Emma knows this story really, really well because she kind of got the brunt of it, but I don't know if you even found out. Did you ever find out about me telling one of the teachers about puppies?
What? What? Okay. Right, what's this all about?
Did you ever remember this?
No.
So one of my favourite teachers in school, which was my, I think she was my English teacher in primary school in 5 Ways.
5 Ways, yeah.
And I loved her.
I went there. I went to 5 Ways, yeah.
I absolutely loved her. She was my favourite teacher. And going back to me always wanting a dog, I don't know why, but I completely fabricated a lie in school. You know when you go into class and it was like you had to tell a story or what you've been doing.
The weekend or on holiday, yeah.
And I told this teacher and my whole class that we had Labradors and that my Labradors had puppies. So it was this whole fabricated story in my head that we had these dogs, the dogs that had puppies, and every time they'd ask, I'd come up with this story of we're having to look after these puppies and we're naming them. But I didn't think it through because there was one day that Emma, I don't know why, but Emma came to my class. It was like a teacher's meeting and you couldn't make it, or Emma just came to pick me up from class or something. So Emma walks in and this teacher turned around and goes, oh, hi, Emma. So how's all the puppies? And Emma just looked at me. She was like, what? And me behind, I was like, just agree. Just agree about the puppies. And it was the most embarrassing thing because obviously Emma didn't go along with it. And she was like, I don't know what you're on about. And then I had to come clean that I'd made up this whole story about having puppies. And I don't know why I did it. I think I was so obsessed about trying to get them. In my head, I was like, maybe I can manifest it.
Yeah, you were throwing it out into the world.
Yeah. But it was just the most embarrassing thing because I had to then obviously go back into class and everyone was like, you lied and you made it up. And I mean, I was very young, so.
Well, do you know, that's really weird because I had a very similar thing at 5 Ways. Yeah. And I had a teacher called Mr. Kettleworth.
I can't remember any of my teachers' names. That's the annoying
but I
thing.
loved him. He was lovely. And I don't know why, but this one day we were talking about, I don't know whether he was I can't remember where he was teaching me at the time, but anyway, I told him that I was born in Kashmir.
Why?
Because we were talking about it. And I went, oh God, that's where I was born. And I remember him looking at me and going, are you sure you were born in Kashmir? I went, yeah. That's definitely where I was born. We moved over here when I was a baby.
That's worse than my puppy story.
It is because I was born at Dudley Road. And I don't know why. I don't know. I just felt like I just heard Kashmir somewhere and thought that's where I was born, but it wasn't. It was Dudley Road.
Isn't it funny how we completely fabricate things as children? Like I just put it down to our imagination. We're very creative people.
Yeah. Oh God. See, you brought that memory back to me now.
Yeah, I never let it down. I have talked about it with Emma, I think, as an adult, and she was like, "Yeah, I remember that. Thanks, because she was just so caught in
Yeah.
the like. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Well, it
that was my
manifested because you
embarrassing
did end up
school.
getting the dog in
Well, there
the
you
end.
go.
Yeah, Max
Exactly.
Stevens, yeah.
Put it into the universe.
Yeah. Which I will put into the universe that you did have him, and then it became
Don't
why
go
I don't
there.
know why Max became my dog.
No, this
Yeah,
is
no. You can't say that Max was not my dog
because
yeah.
when I left home, we had the conversation, and you said we can't separate him now. Because you had Shane.
Yeah, we did have that
yes, we
conversation.
did.
No, we did have that conversation.
Yes, mother, come on. By the time I left home, we'd had him.
Yeah, I was
8
walking
years.
him. I was feeding him. He was following me into the toilet. He was sleeping.
No, excuse
in the
me.
bedroom.
Whilst I lived at home, I fed that dog. I picked up their poops, and I looked after them as much as I could. But when I left home, it didn't make sense that I pull them away from you, pull them away from the house.
Okay, then.
And I moved into an apartment with no outside space. So what sensible decision would that be?
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Point proven. Right, okay. Right. What toy or item did I refuse to let go of as a kid?
You had a little. It's like a little sit-on. It was red and it was yellow, and it was like a little sit-on. Oh, I don't know. It wasn't a bike. It was a thing that you pushed along. Yeah, and also you used to have like wooden blocks in like a tray, like a tray with a
Simple.
handle on it. Used to, because that's how you learnt to walk with these. Yeah. Those two things you always
I like the push along.
Yeah,
thing.
like a push along with
Okay.
wheels on, and you got blocks, and you used to take the blocks out and build them.
Still
and then
use
put
it all
them
day.
back again. You know that calculator you use on the on the table at work. So that one, yeah, they were your two favourite things. I'm just trying to think. Your favourite item, believe it or not, that you were happy in was you used to have a bouncer on the door. You used to be in like.
Oh yeah, you've got pictures of.
I used to hang you from the door frame and just set you off bouncing, and that was it. I'd come past and kick you a bit, so you'd swing. Are you happy, son? Yeah.
I'm still easily pleased like that. Yeah, still nothing's changed. I don't really remember.
You don't remember?
I remember being obsessed with Action Men. All the signs were there.
And Batman. Batman, I've got a picture you of Batman. You were dressed
You've
as
taken me
Batman.
to Spice Girls concerts, and I was obsessed with Action Men. Okay. Yeah, I used to love like the Action Men and the doll side of things and all that.
Yeah, I tell you what, you used to have a lot of fun with, and obviously Dan, your best mate. I mean, I sort of knew him from a youngster as well, didn't I? He's like my second son. But do you remember the swimming pool we had in the back garden, the above ground one?
Yeah.
The hours and hours of fun, the family, everybody had in there.
I'll never forget that one time that me and Dan went out and we smashed the ice.
Yeah.
We broke the ice off the top of this pool and got in.
Yeah, I remember.
And like determined to go for a swim.
Yeah. And then one day it just gave up, didn't it?
It just exploded.
It exploded and drowned everything, you know.
I remember being in the kitchen watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, no. But yeah, so that was memories, eh?
Yeah, memories.
Right, I won't keep you too much
I've
longer.
got pictures of Laura this, you know, so I'm going to get them out in a bit and then I'm going to give them to Sammy.
Right, okay, this is going to go... So this is growing up a little bit now. This is going into my rebel years. What was the first time I got in big trouble and what did I do?
Well, I don't know, but I do remember your dad chasing you down the garden and you actually flew over that gate. You didn't even open it. The double gates at the bottom of the garden. You literally jumped them. And I can't remember what you did, but I remember Dad following you down. And I remember, I don't know whether it was the fact that I think you got drunk and you were in some sort of ruin somewhere. Yeah. Which one? Because you've probably got a few. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was a good child, but I was a rebel. And I'll tell you why. Because Emma, she had her moments as well, but Emma was the eldest child, so she had it harder. I'm not gonna say she didn't. She did, like, yeah, I think she had a harder bringing up than me.
She was a girl, wasn't she? So obviously
she was a
more
girl
protected.
and the first child.
Yeah.
But with me, Emma was a class student. She passed all of exams. She passed a driving test the first time. Like, she was like perfect photo frame child. And now I knew I wasn't going to live up to that. I was like, okay, I'm not as bright as my sister. So instead, I'm going to prove a point. I was like, I'm going to have a couple of rebel years.
A couple? Are you kidding me?
Okay, maybe a decade.
Yeah. Everything that I used to say don't do, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But the problem was, I've always, and I'll openly admit it, I grew up and I was always just trying to fit in. And I don't know if there's some more psychological reasons to that, but I just always felt like I needed to follow the crowd. And I remember you and Dad always saying, don't be the sheep, be the leader. And it didn't matter how many times you'd tell me. I was like, yeah, but I need to fit in. Finally, at like when I'm 32, I was like, okay, let's forget about that. But I think the first time I remember getting in serious trouble was actually back in the UK. So I was younger than I should have been, and I tried a cigarette. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. And I think, when it came out the other end, I think you realised.
What?
Yeah, because if I remember right, I don't think Dad was very happy about that scenario again. Yeah.
No, so I learnt my lesson, and I pushed the boundaries for many years.
Yeah. But I think, let's face it, I think everybody's tried. I mean, back in the day, I mean, I used to go to Kingsmead, and at the bottom, same school as you, obviously, and you had, I don't know whether the bush shelters still on the corner? No, there was a new building there, wasn't there? As you came out the school, you turned right, and there used to be a bush shelter. And all of us, all schoolmates, I mean, I can reel them off, Barbara and Sharon and Karen and and Sally and Tracy and and Andy and Steve and we used to go behind the back of the bush shelter. And I mean, back in those days, it was there was a cigarette called Consulate, and it was a mint flavour.
No idea.
No, you don't know what Consulate. I'm sure it was Consulate, and it was mint. I mean, we stood there. I mean, I stood there like a lemon, really, because you're supposed to inhale it, aren't you? And I got no chance of doing that. So I had a few, and then I just thought, this isn't me, because it was just one thing that I've never been into smoking at all. But yeah, it just made you feel grown up. But if you could go back all those years now and realise, that's the one thing about school, isn't it? You go back all those years, you think about it, you're constantly wishing your life away. It's, I can't wait until I leave school. I can't wait until I get my first house. I can't wait until I get my first job. And
then you turn 35 and you're like, I want to do it all again.
Yeah. If you could, there's a question for you. If you could go back, what would you change?
It's hard because I try to live I try not to regret anything. I try and think everything's evolved me into the person I am today. But if I could go back and change anything or not do anything, it would be a whole different subject. For me, it would be, I wish I could go back and just be a bit more confident. Because back in school, I did have a rubbish school experience in the UK, and it didn't get much better over here. But it was always because of that. I was always trying to fit in.
Yeah.
I was always trying to, and we say it to Alithia and Lucas all the time. Like, if there's anything I can pass on to them as kids is just be your authentic self.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't know who you are until you are a bit older. But I was always just trying to like follow the crowd, and I was always just doing what I thought would make me popular or make me, you know, I don't know, just fit in. And I wish I could just go back now and be like, I am who I am.
Yeah.
Like, anything else I wouldn't change, because I honestly do believe that. I believe everything you do makes you the person you are today. But yeah, maybe just a slightly different attitude of confidence or...
You wouldn't have listened to Mom more.
Well, yeah, but that comes with it. That comes with it. It comes with, if I'd been more confident, I would have taken more on board, I think.
Yeah.
But you always think you know best when you're a kid.
Exactly, as you're growing up. Yeah. And I mean, I listen to myself sometimes and I do sound like my nan, because I you know, I'm going back to, you know, talk about the olden days, because when you think back, you know, my school days were back in 1970s. So you think back to those days and it was different. You know, we didn't have mobile phones and all this technology and everything.
Yeah.
So you used to have to make your own fun, but... yeah.
But I'm 35 today, if I didn't mention. But even now, you know, Alithia and Lucas say some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you on about?
Yeah.
Like, Lucas says all these random sayings and they have their own language. And I'm just like, I feel like I've got to that age now.
Yeah, it's that age now.
And all the people I loved growing up, like my favourite artist is Rihanna. Absolutely obsessed, and now kids are like, Rihanna, she's old. I'm like, no.
I know. Tell me about
it. You know, she's my idol. But anyway, right, okay. I think.
Have we covered
so.
all the? Is there anything? It's funny how you haven't mentioned all the things about, like, every time we went on holiday anywhere, we had to find a hospital first, because you were the child, you know, from hell when it came to... No, we don't want to talk about that. Yeah, those are the things when we used to say you're not to do something and you did it, and then we ended up in hospital because you did it. Yeah.
Well, I just thought a couple of go down memory lane questions.
In other words, he's trying to avoid that side of it. Yeah.
No, but that was it really. It was just I suppose a little bit more insight into me and an excuse to celebrate 35 years on this planet and many more happy years ahead. So yeah.
Well, we'll sit here in 10 years' time and we'll discuss what we've just discussed again today and see if anybody remembers the Spice Girls.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But no, thank you ever so much for tuning in to this week's episode, everyone.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
A weird one?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, you know, first of all, you know, I reckon we should have done a podcast of me baking you a birthday cake.
Well, you can go and do that over on Facebook, and people can go and see it over on Facebook. No, but thanks everyone for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Please make sure you like this video and also subscribe to our channel. It's completely for free, but it really, really does help push the algorithm of our channel. And leave a comment down below. Of course, wish me happy birthday, because...
And you've got to answer every single one of them.
I'll put an automatic reply on. Thank you.
You're going to do a Bruce Almighty.
Yeah,
respond to all.
Respond to all. Thank you. Love you all. No, but thank you ever so much for tuning in. And yeah.
I've enjoyed it, actually. I have enjoyed it.
Well, we waffle, so we didn't get through as many questions as I thought.
Have you? Yeah, but have you avoided the ones that are the juicy ones that people really want to know about? You have, haven't you? I know you have.
We've done a couple of just... Anyway.
Well, you didn't know that I came from Kashmir. You didn't know that, did you? Where is Kashmir?
No idea. I thought it was a material.
That's probably where I heard it from, you know. Anyway, I hope you've had a Shaun tingle today, because it's his birthday. You never know. Mel B or Mel C or Jerry or Baby Spice or what's the other one you said? Victoria Becca. I mean, you're watching her. She could be watching you. You might get a message from her.
I love you all. If you are, please wish me happy birthday.
Anyway, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Yes. And have a fabulous time. And just keep making memories.
And we'll see you next week's episode, everyone.
Yeah,
see you later. Adios.
Bye.